triggers and our response options. I have depression and anxiety, and 2021 has been a really challenging year for me. So I want to take back control of my life. My aim is to understand myself better, to learn and grow holistically, to be the best that I can be. If that is something that you would like to do too, please join me in this journey and subscribe below. One of the first steps on my journey of self-discovery is being more self-aware of my triggers and how I can respond in a way that doesn't cause me further harm and distress. What I want is what a girl wants, what a girl needs. What I want is to change my automatic responses, create new habits and healthier coping mechanisms. So what is an emotional trigger? It can be an event, a past experience, flashbacks, certain topics, some social media content. It can be anything that elicits a strong, intense emotional response. No one has lived your life, so what triggers you will likely be different to what triggers me. Some triggers we can avoid or minimize, but there are a lot we can't. Firstly, we need to understand our own personal triggers so we are more aware and prepared. I wasn't sure of what my triggers were, and there will be some that I'm not even aware of. But I did a brainstorm and I've come up with some obvious ones. Some of the triggers that I have uncovered are whenever my son goes away to his dad's overnight, pregnancy announcements, certain dates, like today, 2 years ago, I got engaged. Obviously that didn't work out, and in 5 days time it's my son's birthday. So those are some triggering points for me. Yours will be different. Each trigger emits an emotion. So what do we feel when we're triggered? It could be sadness, anger, frustration, disassociation, crying, anxiety, chest pain, panic attacks, and more. It is important to have an awareness of what we feel when we're triggered so that we can identify that we are triggered and then intervene at that point. How do we respond? Often I go down the automatic path of letting the emotion completely taking over, ruminating on the past, the what ifs, leading into negative self-talk and bad coping behaviors. It all ultimately leads and me feeling worse. You'll have your own automatic response. It could be similar to mine. So my automatic path is not healthy and it doesn't serve me and it does not align with my positive self-love journey. So I need to change my response. I need to intervene and consciously choose a different path. Okay, so let's do an example. Trigger. My son is going away to his dad's. Okay, what is the emotional response? I'm feeling sad, alone. I am continuously crying and feeling isolated. Now, the response. Ruminating on everything that went wrong. The what ifs. Negative self-talk kicks in. I'll always be alone. No one cares about me. I'm useless. I'm nothing. Negative coping mechanisms. A drink will make me feel better. I am now drunk and have poor judgment. It hasn't cured my loneliness. It actually made me feel more down and more lonely. Then I, might contact people that aren't good for me, and then that might make me feel more rubbish, and so I will self-harm, regret, and a cycle of feeling like a failure and that I'll never change. So how do I choose another response? I've been triggered. I recognize the feelings as responses of being triggered. I acknowledge it and say, yes, it's okay to feel sad that your son has gone away for the night. And it's okay to cry, but it doesn't have to get out of control and be a catalyst for self-destruction. If things are escalating, we need to do some grounding techniques to bring us back to the present, back into ourselves. For example, identifying 5 things that we can see, hear, taste, smell, and touch. Some people will snap a rubber band on their wrist. Deep breathing. It is simple yet effective. If you're having negative self-talk, critically assess the claims that you're making. Are they factual? What evidence do you have to back up what you're saying to yourself? What contrary evidence is there? Could you be exaggerating? For example, I'll always be alone. Can I see into the future? No. Is it likely that I will find myself isolated, all alone on a desert island? No. Will my son be back tomorrow? Yes. I will not always be alone. For me, I like to say affirmations and the I am statements to speak positively into my life instead of reaffirming the negative negative things that I say to myself. If we know a trigger is going to present itself, we can be prepared so that we can minimize the impact of the trigger. What is that sound? It's freaking me out. I know when my son is going to be away for the night. So I organize a call with my parents, or when it's not lockdown, I organize to meet up with friends. Do things that make you feel good, that make you feel calm, things that you enjoy, things that take you out of your head for a moment. It could be getting out in nature, going for a walk, doing a crossword. It could be having a bath, doing some meditation. It may be drawing, singing. It can be anything. I have been going for walks and picking up rubbish. It's not glamorous, but it gives me the opportunity to do something that is not focused on myself. I am focused on finding the plastic. It also makes me feel like I'm doing something to help the environment. As small and insignificant as it may seem, as tiny as the impact may be, I'm taking a positive action that affects my mental state too, which is a bonus. We have the power to choose our actions, not that we've been triggered, or even our feelings. We can feed into the negative emotions and get swept away on the negative path, or we can actively choose a different response. It doesn't matter if you're already down the path and on your third glass of wine at 10 a.m, you can stop and make a conscious choice to choose the different path and go forward with your day. Say to yourself, I am awesome. I am in control of my life. I am beautiful. I am not defined by my past. I am worthy of love and respect from myself and others. I am a unique and wonderful human being. And you are. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope that you have found even a tiny little grain of something helpful. If you are struggling with self-harm or suicidal thoughts, it is very, very important for you to seek help from a mental health professional and speak to those you trust in your family or friends. I will link some New Zealand services down below, but if you're from elsewhere, please do a Google search and find some support in your area. Remember, you are amazing. You are unique. You're smart. You are special. You are of value to this planet. I appreciate you and your time to watch this video. I truly hope that it serves you well. I'll see you next time. Bye.